Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Indiana Fever going up against the New York Liberty. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz.
Playing with enthusiasm. Ezi Magbegor, big second chance bucket.
Clark outside. Samuelson outside for three. Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark.
Well, the D sacked off, and no hesitation on her part to rise up and bury the three.
Rossi outside. Over Hole. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
You have to guard all parts of the court against Taurasi. Once she crosses half court, she will score from anywhere.
Now here's Clark. She's covered by Sims. Clark outside. Pass to Hole. Shot clock at 5. Here's Samuelson. And the Fever hit again from deep.
One of the purest strokes in the game. Samuelson, a feared player from beyond the arc.
Rossi outside. There's the triple. Knocks down the three ball.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's
Tim.
been a lot of fun to watch.
Shot's good by Clark.
Very tight defense, but you didn't think that would bother Clark, did you?
Now here's Taurasi. Hole defending. Beyond the arc. Taurasi's shot is off.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open. I mean, maybe that's why she missed.
To the middle. Oh, no good. Outside Sims. Out to Taurasi. From downtown, Diana Taurasi with another miss. Now here's Clark. She's covered closely. Williams can't get it to go.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
Pass to Magbegor. Taurasi. Screen by Magbegor. Takes the three. And Diana Taurasi with the three.
Well, she's the all-time leader in threes made in league history. You might not want to let Diana Taurasi get off shots from range.
Here's Clark. And the layup falls.
You love her presence on this team as a scorer. It has a calming effect for them. She's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And it's New York's ball. Screen by Magbegor. Up top Taurasi. Over Hole. Shots good by Taurasi.
Well, you kind of like her shot selection today. She set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Williams. Stolen by Lainey Hamilton. In transition, here come the Liberty. Up the floor. Taurasi's shot is off. The Fever trailing. Here's Williams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot. It goes on Ezi Magbegor.
A very difficult matchup. Williams is 6'3", with elite athleticism. Can cause opponents to foul.
Both good at the line. Now here is Hayes. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Sabali. It's hauled in by Boston.
She's a very strong finisher, guys. I'm surprised that she wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Here's Richards. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Hayes. She's guarded by Boston. And it's Hayes missing. Here's the Fever with the ball. Pass to Williams. And it's in.
Well, this is where she makes her money, in the paint. Williams can score many different ways down low.
Now here is Thornton. Laney Hamilton up top. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. The Fever pull it in. Here's Alemán. And down it goes. 2 points. Now Hayes. 3 seconds left. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Fever on top, up 4. We'll be right back. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what stands out to you from the Fever in this one?
There hasn't been a lot of settling for outside shots really early on.
Yeah, they've done a good job to work it low and not take the easy way out on offense. No shortcuts.
Pounding low.
Caitlin Clark with the 3. Down it goes for her 3rd basket in as many tries.
Well played right there. There's no question which team has the momentum.
It does look like this lead is headed north.
Thornton, she's guarded by Dantas. Fires from deep. Good on the triple.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the 3 right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Clark outside. Past Alemán. Dantas to the inside. It's hauled in by Cannon.
And he got to her just enough on that shot to throw her off.
Down low. And she floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I like the assist. She knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be placed.
Now here's Clark. Guarded closely. Dantas outside. Past Alemán. From past the arch. Yes, and it's Damiris Dantas picking up the assist.
And that's team-first basketball from Dantas. Great work at finding the open teammate there.
Timeout call to Liberty.
That's what you're saying. You can sleep guard.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Sims with it. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Her 3, Tiffany Hayes. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Okay, you look at them and what they're trying to do on offense, and I like the way that they're using the entire court, making the pass and grading the 3-point opportunities.
Past Alemán. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tiffany Hayes. That is her first foul of the game. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Clark. And another basket for Indiana.
Not an easy jumper for Clark, but she's used to the tight coverage.
New York trailing here. Outside Hayes. And the layup is good.
Their offense is looking better here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've steadied themselves a bit, trying to close the gap.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into this second quarter. Here's Alemán. She's got 5. 5 on the clock. Excellent D there from Odyssey Sims. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Misses off the right iron. The Fever with the lead. And here is Alemán. Here's Samuelson. From outside, off the mark. And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Hayes. Magdagor. She's guarded by Williams. To the paint. Cannon. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Now here's Alemán. She's covered by Sims. Inside. Williams can't get it to go. Now Cannon. Pass to Magdagor. Now Hayes. She's covered by Clark. Outside Hayes. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Samuelson. Again, the miss by the Fever.
Well, after hitting those 2 3 balls in the first quarter, it looks like she's cooled down a bit here in the second.
Pass to Magdagor. Hayes. Here's Jones. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Clark left side. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Now here is Sims. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Fever ahead, leading by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Wrestler, but you're still as good as Kerry Von Erich was at the time. Can you really be categorized as the worst wrestler to do something? That's just misleading. And I also think you have to look at it from when they won the title, as opposed to everything else in their career. For instance, Ron Garvin was number 12. Ron Garvin is an Olympic champion in 1987. I don't know. Of course, famously, he wasn't exactly used very well as in the champion for the weeks that he was champion. But Ron Garvin, I don't know, a few years earlier than that, what do you think? He's number 12 on the list of the worst people, from worst to first, the people that Rick
Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. And how about this? We're seeing a tremendous game from Caitlin Clark.
She has that slasher mentality, and we really saw evidence of it in the first half. She got to the rim again and again and kept on scoring.
Look, we know that she's got that great first step, but she must have woken up on the right side of the bed today because she looks fast out there.
Now here's Taurasi. Be right on her. Pass to Jones. And so it looks like Liberty will retain possession here.
So close to picking that pass off.
Still a nice play, though, to make sure the pass didn't reach the target.
Clock at 4. And the basket by Taurasi.
Well, there she is again, leading by example. Now, Taurasi may not demand the ball, but they're calling her number, and she's delivered time and time again.
Clark outside. About 1 minute played here in the second half. The layup off target. Outside Sims. Taurasi. She clings that one off the back iron and it falls.
A competitive player with high-level intangibles. Taurasi's been torching defenses for years.
If you can make it, Jeff was a better psychological.
Now here's Clark. She's covered by Sims. Shots good by Clark.
You know, one thing about Clark, she loves the contact, doesn't get fazed by it.
New York calls timeout. There's no question about it. Caitlin Clark displaying her skill set today.
She's just in a groove right now. I don't think they can stop her altogether, but you have to make her work harder than she has been.
90 seconds into the second half now. Rossi outside. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Indiana with the ball. Clark outside. Samuelson outside. Oh, lets it go from deep. The shot's no good. Now here is Sims. She's covered by Clark. Pass to Taurasi. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Clark outside. Here's Samuelson. The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
Honestly, that might be the last player on the floor you want in rhythm. Can't let Samuelson get comfortable. She'll burn you.
Outside Sims. Pass to Jones. Lady Hamilton up top. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Three's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a three.
Oh, no good. The Liberty trail. Sims with it. Taurasi. McGregor with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Taurasi for the tie. Hole with the rebound. And it's the Fever ball. Here's Clark. It's hauled in by Taurasi. And so it's New York with it. From deep. Elizabeth Williams with the rebound.
You know, it's not been the best quarter for her as far as scoring. We'll see if she can get back on track.
Clark right side to the middle. Past the hole. Clark outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
She's not exactly killing them from deep. I mean, she had 1 free ball in the first half, yes, but still none here in the second.
Gotta see Sims for 3. She can't get it to go. The Fever leading. Clark with it. She's picked up by Sims. Clark outside. That's in for her 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting night so far.
And Caitlin Clark lighting it up, a fantastic player. We're seeing her talent on full display.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to McGregor. Rossi outside. Jones. She's guarded by Boston. Back to Taurasi. Sims. Fires for 3. And Caitlin Clark with a block. And as the shot clock expires, 24-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
It's good from about 19 feet. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Fever ahead, leading by 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next.
But in this case, Dusty was nowhere near the
And the final period of play just about to get started here. Now here is Hayes. She's started by Alaman. Outside Hayes. The three. Nailed from three-point land.
Dynamic in the two-player game. Hayes doing it herself, making the deep pay.
Clark outside. Pass to Dantas. Here's Stokes. Guarded by Jones. Back to Dantas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Kayla Thornton from the arc. Caitlin Clark with the board. And it's the Fever ball. A 4-point game. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Good on the shot.
The hot shooting continues.
Along with the lack of defense, neither team expending much energy when it's come to protecting the basket.
Yeah, Brian, we need to see better effort.
Shot is off.
You only got a finger to that shot in the block attempt.
It was just as effective as a block. Made her completely change her release point and caused the miss. What more can you ask of a player at that end of the court? She contested the shot and corralled the board.
To the inside. Here's Stokes. That's some solid defense from Jonquel Jones. And the Liberty with possession here. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Outside Hayes. Well, Jones with the three. It doesn't go for her. Now here's Alaman. She's guarded by Hayes. Ami here with the bucket.
Paint points. You always want them. Ami here. Excellent around the hoop.
Here's Hayes. New York calls timeout.
Yeah, I think the coach is watching a lot of shots they normally make rimming out, and it has to be frustrating. Maybe see if they can create some scoring opportunities at the free throw line.
That may be the answer for them, but you know, ultimately, I expect them to shoot their way out of this slump.
Comparatively speaking, do any of the Japanese guys except for who have been on WCW television. And again,
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so it's New York with it, trailing by 4.
The defense can't make a habit of giving her that shot. She just doesn't miss many of them.
Clark with it, now guarded by Taurasi. Shots good by Clark.
Well, when Clark's on the floor, defenses in general have to extend way outward, and that creates a lot of opportunities in the lane.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now, final quarter of regulation. Pass to Jones. With the teardrop, and so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to
First team foul.
and she knocks down the first one.
The 2021 MVP, Jonquel Jones, might be the most versatile player in the league. Her impact is felt all over the floor.
She's got ice water in her veins, guys. No way she's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance.
Shots good by Clark.
They've been able to depend on her offense all game, guys. She's just not wasting any chances, any shots she's had.
And if they want to make things even easier on themselves here late in the ball game, I got an idea. Just keep getting her the basketball.
Jonquel Jones in the high post. It's hauled in by Boston. Here's the Fever with the ball. 6-point lead to the paint. Here's Samuelson. The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
They've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch into the final quarter.
Yeah, they're looking very determined to close this one out as soon as they can.
And there's a time to increase the lead, it's the fourth.
Over to the wing. Back to Sims. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
A notable...
We know Bret Hart was a bigger star in his day.
Finisher around the rim. Sims doesn't want any weak spots in her game, and I admire that.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over. The Fever making a switch here. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in this fourth quarter. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
Good idea to push foul Williams. She's an average free throw shooter. Don't give her easy looks.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And she hits both free throws. And it's an 8-point ball game. And here is Sims. Down low, Jones. Count that bucket.
That's the concentration you need to succeed in clutch moments. Jones stays locked in down the stretch.
Foul him on. Pass to Hole. Lets the 3 fly. And no good.
It's going to take something very special for them to come back now.
Well, something special and a little bit of luck.
And maybe some threes will rain down as well.
Here's Jones. The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Aaliyah Boston. Here's Aleman. Basket counts.
And they're getting that lead way up there right now. It should be easy for them the rest of the way.
Yeah, and at this late stage of a game, a lead like that has a team feeling awfully good.
And the other one's bad.
And the Liberty call time here.
They have to go straight to the hoop and then foul immediately.
It's going to be tough. They don't have much time to work with, but we've definitely seen stranger things happen.
Championship, that would be fantastic. Although I think, possibly if it was in Flair's house, he would want a guy like Gray.
Here's Jones. Great D that time from Elizabeth Williams. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock in-game clock. Clark outside. Here's Hole. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Jones. Drains the three-pointer. And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws good this time. And it's a 7-point ball game. And so the Indiana Fever take the series and will move on.
And such a huge moment for this team, knowing that they have conquered the last milestone before reaching the WNBA Finals.
We've seen this team fight through adversity, adjust their approach, fine-tune their strategy, and now a remarkable series is in the books with their name on it.
It's going to be so exciting, guys, to see them in the finals. A whole season of hard work culminating in the opportunity to win the WNBA championship. And now winning that elusive title is within their grasp.
And that'll do it tonight in the WNBA playoffs. For my broadcast partners, Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Suniga. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next time for another playoff game.
Did you like the 6-man tag, Brian?
because I saw the segment after this.
Well, first of all, you've got to admire them for gearing it down to where it was only a six-man tag. You don't want too many people in the ring at once. And here is Kyle Felcher and taking it to the top heel stable, the Don Fallis family, and they just pair him up with Chichia for no reason. The outriggers were wearing lucha masks, so they were Los Outriggers because